What's good, and welcome back to Invest and Trade with Jax. Hope you're well, guys. Good morning from Canada. We're going to go over our friend Polygon. Beautiful bounce. I talked about the money flow being in the floor, and we've seen a perfect bounce off that level. So currently we're sitting at 226, 227. We're up about 10% on the day. We're sitting at a market cap of 16.07 billion. 24-hour volume, 1.96 billion. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to crypto.com, sign up to the world's fastest growing crypto app, and you can grab one of the incredible Visa cards for cashback in crypto, free Spotify, Netflix, Prime, travel incentives, depending on the level of card that you have, $25 just for signing up through my referral. Wow, guys, big push all the way up to 224. So we're here on the 4-hour time frame. Yesterday, we talked about the bullish divergence on the RSI, the money flow bullish divergence. It means the bears are running out of strength, and you're going to see a push back to the upside. That's the likely scenario, and that's exactly what we've seen. I said watch for a push up to this level of resistance from our falling wedge, and that's currently where we're hitting resistance at about 226. So let's pop over to the 1 hour because we're already trending towards overbought. So we may start to hit some resistance here. Hopefully what we want to see is we hold the EMAs and we consolidate, and then we push up to our first take profit zone, which is at 252. Our first entry was 252, 226, 206. Our break even is 228. So you can see how beautiful this strategy works. If you bought in here and you didn't dollar cost average, well, you're going to wait a long time to get back to those highs. But we dollar cost average, and now we have more money in our trade. So if we got in at 252 with $500, we had 3 entries. So now you have $1,500 in your trade. And if we come up to our first take profit zone, so about a 12% trade, 12% of 1,500 is like $180. So that's a pretty juicy little gain just for setting some buy limits and going on about your day, going on about your life. That's the beautiful thing about this strategy. It's absolutely perfect if you have a job, if you have a family, if you're busy, if you don't want to stare at charts all day long. You can dollar cost average. All right, guys, so we're back above the EMAs. We had the bullish cross on the hourly time frame. On the 4 hour, we're just above the 55 EMA, so it would be crucial for us to hold the EMAs, especially the 20, if we are going to break out of this pattern. Because if we get rejected here, what we might see is we just kind of trade sideways a little bit while Bitcoin consolidates. But sometimes while Bitcoin is consolidating, altcoins will still break out. I know Phantom is up about 8-9% right now, 7%, 7.5% for FTM. So that's the beautiful thing about altcoins. While Ethereum, while Bitcoin are consolidating, many of the altcoins will break out and we can make some juicy gains. So if we pop over to the daily time frame, I said, guys, look at the money flow. It's absolutely in the floor. The last 2 times we were in the floor, we saw a bounce right here as well as right here. And we've seen a beautiful bounce to the upside. Now, sometimes what can happen is when you come down to the lower section on the money floor and the RSI, sometimes you'll just consolidate before you break out. I'll show you an example here. With Ethereum, but we have perfectly bounced off this level of support. We bounced right off the 0.786 at $1.95. One of our members, or somebody who follows me on Instagram, he entered a trade just based off the fact that I showed that the money flow was in the floor like that, and he's up like 300%. So shout out to you if you're watching this. Great job. You can use the money flow on many time frames to enter trades. You buy oversold and you sell when it's overbought. A terrific indicator, the MFI, the money flow index. So if we can get back above the 20 EMA on the daily, that's when we could see the push back up to the top of our channel here. But do watch for a rejection. If we get rejected here, we may see a little bit of consolidation. So let's look at Ethereum, guys. So we're on the 4-hour chart. So in yesterday's video, I talked about a throwback. I said, look, guys, we've broken out of this descending channel. We also have this descending broadening wedge. But I said, most likely what we're going to see is a throwback. We have a juicy bullish divergence on the RSI. So if we can break back above the 20 EMA and we can throw back up into this pattern, I would watch this level of resistance. See all the resistance in this area? I'll actually drop in a little price target. Just a quick drink of water, guys. Sometimes my mouth gets a bit dry while I'm making these videos. Hope you're well, guys. Hope the pets are healthy, and hope you're working towards all your goals and aspirations. I'm just in the process of planning my next trip. I think I'm gonna go to Ghana, so I'm super excited. I think I'll be leaving in late February, March, as long as, you know, you have to get a travel visa and all this kind of stuff. So as long as everything goes well. Anyways, that's not important. So look for a throwback, guys. If we can get back above the 20 EMA, we could see a push up to 3289. Now, if we do get rejected here, what I would expect to see is just consolidation like this, where we just see a little bit of consolidation. If we were to break lower, guys, of course, we have this low at 2774, a lot of support in that area. However, if we pop over to the daily time frame, so I'm going to give you that example here on the daily time frame, so you can see we're absolutely in the floor. We have not been this oversold for Ethereum in a very, very long time. Sometimes what you can see, guys, is you'll come down to oversold, and then you can see here you'll consolidate, whales accumulation, Wykoff accumulation, consolidate, breakout. So I think that may be the case here, where we consolidate for quite possibly a month, as I was talking about with Bitcoin in yesterday's video, and I'll show that quickly here. We may just see some consolidation. However, in many cases, when we're consolidating like that, you will see altcoins break out. So a great time to be dollar cost averaging and to be loading up on our alts, in my opinion. Not financial advice, because I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just a young guy from Canada. So here's the 4 hour. Look at this juicy bullish divergence. We're creating lower lows, higher lows. Bears are running out of strength, guys. I said watch for a push up to 43185. I still do think that's likely. If we could break out here, your next level of resistance coming in this area, about 46K. However, we may see that consolidation, as I had shown you guys yesterday with the Wykoff. We had our wick down 35 days later, retest spring 28 days later, retest breakout. So we've had our wick down 35 days. We haven't seen our spring yet. However, guys, these are reversal candles. You can see we had quite significant sell-off, and now we're seeing doji candles, we're seeing shooting stars, we're seeing hammer candles. Those are reversal candles, guys. So I would look for, just as we saw right here on day 35, I would look for a spring. If you see us over the next few days, see a nice little push, as I was mentioning yesterday, and then we see that consolidation, it would actually be a really, really bullish sign if we hold this level of support and we see a little bounce while we continue to go through the Wykoff accumulation. Look at this, guys, absolutely in the floor on the RSI as well as on the money flow. And as I was mentioning with Ethereum, sometimes you'll come down to oversold and then you'll consolidate. The whales are accumulating. The retail investors that have been in the game for a while, they're accumulating. The noobs are afraid and they're not buying anything. And the traders that have been in the game for a while, we're dollar cost averaging. We know these are beautiful opportunities and do not come around that often for us to start loading the bags. If we go lower, that's why we dollar cost average. But I do think the likely scenario is we may have bottomed out. I would say like 80% chance that we've bottomed out and we're going to see consolidation. Anything can happen, of course. If we break this low, we have to come down and target these lows once again. But if you look at the similarities, as I've been mentioning, with this Wykoff accumulation to what we're going through right now, it's just a little bit uncanny to me, and I do think that's the likely scenario to play out. And if you look at the whale wallets right now, if you look at the buy orders, they're accumulating. There's many money buy orders in this $40,000 range, and that's a bullish signal as well, in my opinion. Sorry, guys, let me quickly open up the Bitcoin short and long positions. Let me know how you guys are doing in the comments. Are you loading up on Matic? Are you afraid to buy? Are you holding out for 28K? I would love to know, guys. So let's look at the long positions. Let me close the money flow because it's useless. So a little bit of, let me pop over to the 4 hour time frame. So the longs aren't really moving here. You can see we had our sell off and they're just kind of trading sideways, a little bit of indecisiveness, which usually leads to consolidation. Let's quickly open up the short positions, see if we're still seeing that increase. Yeah, so we've been seeing quite the increase in shorts. They're starting to take profits a little bit here. But I do think the likely scenario is we see consolidation. If we lose this low, guys, okay, then it wipes out our Wykoff and we're going to come lower. But as of right now, we are respecting this Wykoff accumulation pattern or structure. So let's finish off the video here with Matic. So do watch the 20 EMA on the daily. If we can get back above it, I would expect us to push a little bit higher here. However, if we get rejected, we could definitely see some consolidation if we get rejected by 226, as we have reached the top section on the money flow, and that's usually when you see a pullback. Right here we saw some pullback. right here. Here's a good example, guys. Consolidation, and it allows the money flow to come back down, and then you break out higher once again. Here as well, guys, we came towards the top section, just a small pullback, consolidation, and then we broke up higher. So hopefully that's what we see. Of course, I'm a bull, but I always go over bull scenarios. So hopefully we see some consolidation. We hold the EMAs, and we can head up to our first take profit zone at 252. That's where I'll sell 50% of my trade, and I'll let the rest ride. If it comes back down to 226, then I re-enter again with that 50%. And then I have more money in my trade once again, and I locked in those profits at 252. If you want early access to these charts, guys, sign up to the Discord where I'm updating them regularly. The DCA charts for many projects: Sand, Vet, Phantom, Soul, Matic, of course, Gala. And we have 1,000 members talking all things crypto, posting chart patterns. It's the price of a coffee, guys. 350 USD. You really can't beat it. And you can sign up through the Patreon if you want to. Sorry guys, if you want to trade with me, sign up to Bybit. $4,100 in bonuses for a limited time, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, much love. Take care.